Danes.
It is the Iron Dames. That is one. That's a right rear fender.
There? That could be. That's the. Is that over the? Oh, big one! Oh, that's the entire rear bodywork with the diffuser.
Is that the lower? It is the lower bodywork. That is going to be a long stop, and that is their race gone. And that is a very troublesome car right now.
So what's happened here to the Van Wall? Was this a clash with the Peugeot? It's the Peugeot, I think.
Was braking before focus yellow, and then had to touch the brake, touch him slightly in front.
Is it a clash with the Peugeot? No.
Well, it is.
Yes,
yeah.
It is.
So there's the full course yellow board. See, on the left-hand side. So full course yellow board's just come out.
So what did I say? What's happened is the Van Wall has slowed down, and whoever was behind it didn't, and we now know who whoever was behind.
It's got to have been contact, hasn't it, with another car?
And that is going to be tricky. The rear wheel is fouling the. He can't get it moving, can he? Now he's what's happened here?
Broken suspension. Who's he made contact with? Thomas Floor's car. Oh, he was a long way off the road there, and dug himself a huge hole out.
Yeah, it looks like he's just. He's made contact earlier. Yeah. So he's tried to go around the outside.
Oh, it clipped was the AO racing car. It was a 56.
The Project One car.
He got a Jeanette.
But do T1 with extreme caution. T1 is to be done with extreme caution.
So there is Perez Companc from third place, the Argentine driver, a real veteran of so many different motorsport disciplines, rallying, racing. Just a fraction late.
I call that as Cosentini. I do apologise. It was indeed Lewis Perez Companc. Epic in qualifying yesterday, but mistake there. Well, he's fine.
I think it was
something went wrong with the braking system on that car.
That's a brake disc exploding, isn't it?
And luckily, not too big an impact. Watch again. Oh, so you can see it.
Yeah.
Brake disc. Absolutely went bang. Had nothing that he could do there. Very lucky that wasn't a much bigger impact.
Yeah.
And square on with the fence in front of the marshal.
This is the Ferrari battle with the number 3.
That's the Caddy.
Cadillac,
the Ferraris are a lap behind, but look at the pace they've got. And by the way, the Aston Martin you just saw coming out.
Oh, the Cadillac is a big one. No, Rouge, big one.
Safety car will be out because that is not going to be tidied up in a hurry. That is the number 3 Cadillac of Renger van der Zande from second place. Was the proximity of the Ferrari taking a bit of air off the back of the car?
No.
Big shunt.
Under the big
Safety
grandstand,
immediately.
No question at all. Driver. Now, Villeneuve had come out of the pits on cold tyres.
Yeah, I think Castellacci might have just been moving back onto the racing line.
And misjudged it.
Yeah, and hadn't seen Villeneuve on the inside. You've got to have your eyes everywhere, and he puts so much trust when you're in the faster car. He puts so, here we go, we're going to... Oh, no, actually...
Sorry, I didn't see that as being the Ferrari.
No, you need to see it from so many different angles.
That wasn't as clear cut at all, was it?
No.
That shot wasn't.
Hill into Eau Rouge. That will be a safety car. That is the end of the race for the number 50 car. Antonio Fuoco out of the pit lane and into the wall.
Watch what happens here.
Yeah, you could hear the wheel spin, couldn't you?
Third gear.
You could hear the wheel spin. Yeah, and then he backed out of it and then went back on. And wow, it's so tricky, isn't it, for the drivers?
Safety car will be scrambled here, and that is why it was so important to get the lap back. I mean, yes,
Didn't expect that.
Not a comfortable ride.
No.
Not a comfortable ride at all.
But not liking this. Sorry, not liking this at all.
51 Ferrari is in the pit lane with the bronze-rated drivers. PJ Hyatt had just up the fastest lap of the session. An improvement on the second lap came to naught as he crashed heavily at the top of the exit of Eau Rouge into the barriers at Rédillon, bringing out the red flags and ending his session. The team will have a lot of work to do to get that car ready for Saturday. Some attention on the red cars, the Ferraris that took pole in Sebring, but the first big blow was to the number 8 Toyota that failed to finish last year's race. Brendan Hartley on his outlap, the car breaking away from him, a relatively gentle slap into the barriers, but qualifying was over for the Kiwi before it had begun.
Guys, I'm in the wall.
Another red flag is on the way out towards Tertre Rouge, and that will be at least a slow zone red flag. Okay,
Oh no, that will be a red flag.
it already was a red flag, but just too late to avoid the drama. And that is the Michel Vaillant car with very serious damage at the front.
Nicky Katzberg had a near miss, and then the Michel Vaillant car came in at full tilt.
Yeah, and the red flag was already shown, but I'm afraid a big tank slapper for the D station 777 Aston Martin run by TF Sport. And then everybody's avoiding him. Nicky Katzberg there was out quite wide, vigorously waved yellows before the incident. All problems. This is the Iron Dames car, Michelle Gatting, looping around at the Dunlop chicane and into the gravel. That would be a local caution that didn't bring this out. Alpine being caught by Felipe Albuquerque. And then when they went green, Malte Jakobsen crashing his Cool Racing LMP2 entry, bringing out another red flag. 1,000 eager fans, a front row lockout for Ferrari, but their arch rivals Toyota were soon on the attack. In the midfield in hypercar though, trouble for the Action Express Cadillac. On the very first lap, a safety car would be scrambled.
Oh, off of that dirty stuff, and then you've got no control coming back on. Oh my heavens.
United car.
The United car just absolutely...
Ironically, in the Porsche curves, he was only a kilometre or two from the pit lane and managed to drag the wreckage back. But the run of the first Porsche in prime...
9 car just trying the third, that's the 41.
But this is what happened.
Or 31, that's the 31. Oh, and then the Ferrari goes through. Good heavens.
Wow, that came in super
Came
quick.
in really hot.
Dixon kissed the barrier, but
I think he just barely kissed it if he kissed it. Yeah. He got away
the
with
Ferrari kissed him on the way by as well.
it. Yeah. There you go.
And the caddy, again, just
nope,
a small touch.
Just missed it.
And got lucky that he didn't get collected by the Porsche, who then hits the barrier. Wow.
And then another high-speed moment at the Porsche curves, number 47. That's Cool Racing. A lot of damage to that LMP2 car, Orica, and no matter what they could do in the garage, they couldn't repair, leading away at that point. Then disaster struck for car number 32, out in the first chicane, a heavy contact with the barrier there. That's the second of the Inter-Europol car.
Bounced off the barriers, I think he might have.
Yeah, he's
On board.
just ran wide and got on that damn part of the circuit.
Okay, that's bad news. That you were talking about the Peugeot being in third place on merit, not through luck. It was probably bad luck in qualifying and the inability to find a clear lap that slightly masked what to expect from the Peugeots. We had hoped that they would come good here, that their ground effect, no rear wing aero design package would work best at Le Mans, probably the track that it was exclusively designed for. Win Le Mans, survive the rest. But that...
Bon, en tout cas, là, la voiture est très mal placée. Hein. Très,
mais là, il y en a partout.
Alors,
on ne faudrait pas qu'on ait de nouveau full course yellow, oui, bien sûr. Ça, c'est évident.
Oh là 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 là. Il y a même une pénalité. C'est la Delage, j'ai l'impression que c'est la voiture d'IDEC. Ou une...
Il y a 3 voitures impliquées.
Oh, la Ferrari qui a failli finir sur le toit. Ah non, c'est une Alpine. C'est l'Alpine numéro 35.
Aïe 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 aïe. 3 voitures impliquées.
Ah bah on va voir, regardez. À bord de la Toyota de Kobayashi. L'Alpine était au ralenti.
On ralentit et on se fait percuter par la Ferrari.
C'est la Ferrari qui a pas ralenti.
Qui a fait un strike.
Alors mais là, sincèrement, je veux pas être médisant, hein, mais il y a un niveau de pilotage, il y en a beaucoup, ils n'ont pas leur place au Mans cette année. C'est pas possible, il y a trop.
This, a high-speed incident in the Porsche curves. Danny Kvyat in the number 63 Prema car getting it all wrong. A real tough.
Car off ahead of him,
Okay,
and a car
in
spinning
avoidance.
in front of him.
Yeah, somebody spinning and somebody going straight through the chicane. So was there something on the track, or did he just get checked up in avoidance?
Car to the left, the car spun around. He came into the chicane in the glare of headlamps.
Rickenhouse's team had pace, but not much luck either. This, the 708 car, one of many to fall victim at Indianapolis, running out the curbs and onto the gravel trap, being spat across the road and into the barriers. More long work from the team to continue in the race would ensue. But
that's Michael Fassbender.
Oh no!
And
that's a lot of tyre wreckage now. He's gone in backwards again into the Porsche curves. Wow!
Michael Fassbender coming towards the end of his driving stint here. He had 18 minutes left to complete his 6 hours.
Well, he's going to have to go back out again then, because that's not going to be completed in the pit lane.
Gone wide, the car's spat back again, and that's a big hit. That's a big hit.
Yeah, well, it's climbed the tyre barrier. It's still driving, and that's...
It's just one of those classic Le Mans accidents. It's one of those places where you'll see it time and time again.
He's trying to keep the car within those...
Is there fluid down there?
He's been hit in the rear, look.
He has been hit,
or has he hit him on the rear? Or he's hit the rear.
Oh my goodness, Ryo Hirakawa.
Has he
and now again, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. He does not want to put the car in the gravel. He's missed the terra firma. He has been off backwards. Where's he been?
Well, we heard the information getting relayed to him via Hartley, didn't we, about that very corner, saying watch out for the rear, because it's tricky.
That wasn't the Cadillac avoiding the stationary Toyota.
No, but that was down at Arnage where we saw the recovering Bourdais. That was coming out of Arnage before Porsche curve. So this is a separate incident. I think it's only just happened because I saw the yellow. Here we go.
Just locked the rear brakes.
Starting the race ahead of Sebastian Buemi, the number 50 Ferrari on the outside of the front row of the grid though, getting in between the two Toyotas, and Buemi outbraking himself, clattering the 51 Ferrari into a spin, putting their race at the back right from the start as they'd rejoin. Let's see the other side. The other side might not have a wheel. It might be up in the driver's feet. Let's take a look here. Oh, contact from...
That was the Toyota. That was the
Toyota.
Race
leader,
no, I think it was the 8 car. I think it was contact from the 8.
I think you might be right, Graham. Yeah, that's it in front. Look. Yeah, the Toyota's
that's a big shunt.
It'd be good to see the onboard of car number 8.
Well, this was onboard with Lawrence Vantor, who was 2 cars behind. And don't forget, baying for a top 3 position. Vector were having a good race until they were put off by the number 9 Prema car. That brought out another change tyres a couple of laps ago. And the man born in Wanganui in New Zealand's South Island is now coming back in with a fairly major component missing from the car. Now, it's not his outlap. So that car has had the wheel on and it has then machined its way off.
Yeah, I just assumed it would have been his outlet, but that went off at speed, didn't it?
Yeah,
the whole wheel is
downhill into 3, isn't it?
Oh no, down into 10.
Oh, into 10. Yeah, out of turn 6, 7.
Wow, how has that happened?
Well, somehow it's not been seated properly, and it's just machined its way off through the retaining nut and retaining. That, though, was decided by the stewards to be the fault of Ben Keating. He would serve a 30-second. Here we go. The 8 Hours of Bahrain is underway. Sebastian Buemi hawks the inside line. 50 Ferrari goes deep on the inside. Miguel Molina, lock up from Bamba, tags the number 7 into a spin, and through go the Ferraris. They're 2nd and 3rd. 4th place is one of the Porsches. Number 7 must win the race with their teammates down in 4th to win the title. That's the Van Wall. That is one of the United.
Turn 8. Oh, they didn't touch. Unbelievable scenes there down into turn 8.
Well, that went well.
But it still retains the positions. That is not going to go well. They're still side by side. Well, there's the other car off the road. What is going on?
Well, I'm sure words are going to be said after this one. There was no way you could keep the car behind.
Big lock up in front of the race leader. There's the bad luck that he just avoided.